Tia Mowry says, I know love will find me again. I know love will find me again. Shocker. No one is surprised that her graduation was complete bullshit. And her hoping to find love furthermore solidifies that she's full of shit for her decision making. There are consequences for your action. Tia is living in hers. You had a family that you could have worked on, you could have fixed, you could have figured it out. You had everything. You decided to walk away from that structure for your own happiness. I don't care what the tabloid said about him cheating or not. There's no actual evidence to show that he was cheating. And if I recall correctly, Tia herself did not come out and say that man cheated. I could be wrong. But nevertheless, that's still your marriage. You walked away from your throne instead of being hanging in there to fix your household. You fucked that up, Tia. And now, later, months down the road, you sent out a tweet. I know love will find me again. Well, my question to you, Tia, is this: do you deserve it? Are you ready for it? Because you wasn't ready for it in your previous marriage. So what makes me think that you're ready for it right now? What work have you put in to show that you're ready for love? What accountability are you willing to take for your marriage not succeeding, A, and B, for you walking away from your marriage? Are you ready to put your duty as a wife first, your duty as a mother second, over your own selfish needs? And I'm not, people saying, you're just saying that because it's Tia. I'm saying that to anybody, man or woman, doesn't matter. When it comes to a marriage, it's not about you anymore. Fuck you. It's about that person you marry. It's about the family structure. It's about everything. Especially since you've got to put your husband first. Trust me, he's going to put you first as well. So that way you guys can come together for your children. Now you let them down a path that is going to come back to haunt them. Now, on the panel, B.TS says she's a millionaire. We can't give analysis on her situation. B.TS also said we're average compared to her. Who gives a fuck? I'm blessed with the opportunities to speak with millionaires. What do they say? We're all the same. For the most part. Put the money shit to the side. You're still a human being. You're still a man. You're still a woman. You're still going to be held accountable for certain decisions. How much money you make don't mean a damn thing. That means you're nothing without your money. And if that was the foundation of this marriage, no wonder it failed. Anton asks, what is a narcissist? A person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. Anton then later asks, why would you want your man to be a narcissist? And I guess the word narcissist has been thrown around a lot. I get tired of people using that word, particularly women, because they use it the most more than anybody. I hardly hear men bring that word up. I guess that leads to the question: are there such thing as a good narcissist? If you go by the definition, the answer is yes. Well, to a degree. Let me rephrase that, because too much of anything is bad. So excessive interest, that could be bad, because you have to have some type of admiration of yourself and belief in yourself, because you don't believe in yourself, nobody else would. And what you're investing into yourself, that will then pour out the successes and the results that you're looking for. So, but when we say narcissist, yes, I get the negative connotation and the trace as well. That's why I don't like when people throwing out these words, because you're not a clinical, to be diagnosing people with being a narcissist. Now, for what's been told to me, you have to, what's what I'm looking for? You have to point out the traits. You could say you have narcissistic traits and go down the list of what that is. You can't just go out and diagnose people with the narcissist. Now, somebody on this app told me otherwise, but I still think that's bullshit. I'm not saying she's bullshit, because she grew up around narcissists according to her and her therapist. But you can't, if you're not a clinical professional, you can't be just throwing that word around and about. Anton, what did Anton also say? What is men's fault for giving women these validations and regarding men pandering? Yeah, I agree. And that's why I remember a long time ago we had a room saying, what's more dangerous, a pick me or a simp? I think a simp is more dangerous, honestly, because you're giving credit to women who don't deserve it. You're giving credit for your own selfish gains, and it's not because of you just being legitimate or you just being honest. So to those men, y'all gotta knock that shit off. Now, granted, I haven't came across too many of them as of late. Before I used to, and I'm glad that ties has changed since then. Bruiser said there's a simp born every day. Yep. And like I said, they're probably one of the most dangerous men, but some women are just going to find out the hard way. Now, she's so lucky. I do agree with what she's saying. Instead of calling people narcissists, just call them an asshole. Call them for what they are. I agree with that. You calling somebody a narcissist is sometimes you being too nice. You're avoiding for what they actually need to be called, which is a full-fledged asshole. So I 100% agree with Lucky on that. Anton says self-love. If a woman come around saying she needs to find self-love, that's a red flag. Turn around, run the right. I agree. You didn't find self-love before we got together. You don't know how to position your love in a relationship to make things better, but you decided to focus on you and only you. Yeah, that's a major, and I mean a major red flag. Anton is right on that. Yes, you're supposed to be evolving when it comes to self-love, but not to the point where you jeopardize your own marriage. So yeah, any woman that comes with that self-love bullshit is full of shit.